Hey, it's Jordan
And Mel.
from the local Lowdown, and we're here at the hostel in Buffalo talking with Bedridden. Very excited to be talking with them. Do you mind introducing yourself and the role that you play in the band?
Hey, yeah, I'm Jack from Bedridden, play guitar, sing, and I'm, the lead writer, write all the songs, and it's my little passion project, so.
Awesome.
So let's start off with your musical background, if you have any, and if you're involved in other projects as well.
Yeah, so for me, I started playing guitar when I was, 6 years old, maybe. I got, my first guitar given to me from my parents for Christmas from a thrift store, and it was just, a really beat up old guitar with Kurt Cobain engraved on the back of it. Just Kurt Cobain's name and the years that he was alive.
Wow.
So I started playing it, and I didn't really get into it fully until I was maybe 14, 15. I knew a couple Zeppelin tunes as a kid, but started playing pretty much self-taught. I never really, had a mentor or anything, and just spent a lot of hours in my room figuring out, reading guitar theory for beginners book and learning a couple scales, and then just experimenting. And then after that, I got into hardcore.
Cool.
I played in some hardcore bands
Nice.
in New Orleans. So it was kind of wacky hardcore, and it was a lot of heavy riffing and stuff.
Okay.
And then I guess after that, I stepped away from hardcore and got into more of the shoegaze thing.
Yeah.
And started messing around with alternate tunings and kind of relearning how to play the guitar and just using it more sonically than as a way to show off, I guess.
Yeah.
Which is kind of what I used to do. So that's kind of led me to Bedridden.
Cool.
It's just taking a step back from the instrument and focusing on the song more than the riff or something like that. So, teaching yourself to play the guitar in different ways. It's kind of how I would describe my musical background, I guess,
Yeah. Well, Bedridden's first release just came out, Amateur Heartthrob, just a few days ago as of recording this. Awesome project. Really how it kind of combines some alt-rock tendencies with the shoegaze stuff you were talking about. How long has this project been in the works, and how does it feel to have it out now?
So this kind of started, it's had a couple different phases. It started as a 4-piece band in New Orleans with kind of very early aughts MBV, poppy shoegaze songs, little hooks and still the same driving guitar, but much more major key, much more melodic, not as punky, I guess.
Right.
And then I moved to New York about 3 years ago and kind of just had a rude awakening. Didn't have a great time when I first moved there, and started to just write a little bit differently based on my surroundings. I just felt myself kind of using the guitar as a way to get out what I was feeling about the city and what was going on in my life. And started writing basically what you hear on that record. Was in a culmination of songs that were less, dreamy and fun and a little more personal. So I'd say I started the first Bedridden song that you've heard out, I probably wrote a year and a half ago. And then over the time we did a demo tape of the 6 songs, and then we got into the studio and really recorded the 6 songs. So it's been a year and a half since this version of Bedridden has came into play and made itself known, I guess. But yeah, it's coming along. Happy to have it out.
Well, having it out, also congratulations.
Thank you.
Was there anything surprising about this release to you, to listeners, something that you may not have expected when it was released?
Yeah, a lot of stuff. We were sitting on it for a while, and we were kind of shopping it around and talking to different labels and stuff. Mm-hmm. Then we realized that it was just gonna be this really long haul process if we decided to go with any bigger labels, and like communication stuff is just hard, and I do all of the admin work for Bedridden, so it got to be a point where it was a headache. And Doug from Tagabow, who runs Julia's War, when we put out the demo tape, was like, when y'all have this all fleshed out, I want to put it out if y'all want that. So he very graciously offered to do tapes and put it out on Julia's War. And we were super into that. So we put it out, and then it just kind of started to do its own thing in a very unexpected way. Because I know we had like some people that were into the demo and like some fans here and there, and that had reached out to us on Instagram or something, like DM'd us and been like, we love this. But then when it hit the internet, like streaming and stuff, it just kind of like, not that it's huge, but it like reached this weird point or like crowd based on like Spotify's whatever Spotify does, where it like started to get like this indie traction, which was really funny to me. I was like, I don't really see us as an indie band. I see us as like a hard alt rock band and like a shoegaze band. Right. But we started reaching like this indie crowd and got added to all these like Fresh Finds indie playlists, which was really funny to me. And I was like grateful. I was like, that's cool because we have new ears, but I'm also like, if it aligns with what I'm doing or not, like, I guess I shouldn't really care, It's cool to have like some type of recognition in that sense. And obviously someone at Spotify was like, we like the song Clara's Mouth. We're going to put it on 3 different playlists that have millions of likes. And I'm like, cool. That's sick.
Yeah. It's crazy how much power those editorial playlists wield.
Yeah, it is. But because of those playlists and based on those playlists, we've had some good response. Yeah. We've had people reach out to us personally and be like, we heard this on Fresh Finds or whatever, and like, this is awesome. Send me the lyrics. Like, people really got invested in that song particular, and like songs like Soft Soap, which have also kind of transcended into like a different realm than what we expected as like a startup DIY band. We've gotten really good response and interactions with people, which has been really cool. And like I said, unexpected that like all new indie would be pro Bedridden,
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been cool.
Yeah, for sure. Well, you mentioned they are got it. Whoa. Let me try that again. I mean, it's always a mouthful to say this name. Yeah. They are gutting a body of water. Kind of leaders of this wave of American shoegaze.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you fit into this scene, and how do you see it? What do you have to say about it?
I mean, I met Doug when he was touring. I used to live in New Orleans, and I let him stay at my house, and we kind of hit it off and had a good time together. So that was probably in like 2019. So I've known Doug for a while, and like since then, Tagabow has really like
lifted off.
Yeah, exactly. Just like rocketed and have been at the forefront of this new scene.
Yeah. Really bringing that raw and artsy sound back.
Yeah. So like, shout out Doug forever. He's the best.
Cool.
But Philly has really taken us in.
Yeah.
Which awesome. Has been super cool. Like, the whole Julia's War community is the best.
Yeah.
They're like the most supportive, and it's thriving, you know?
Yeah.
It's really doing its thing. And to have those people there when we're in New York, like have our back and always be like, yeah, it feels good. And I feel very welcome with them and with people in New York that are affiliated as well. Or like when Philly bands come to tour, like I'm always, if we're not playing with them, I'm always at their show. Like it's such a tight knit community. And like, obviously Doug is an essential part of it, but everyone out there, like Justice Prophet just started a new band, Halloween, and like we've hit it off as well. So it's been cool to like get into that community and like be a part of the new wave of American shoegaze.
Shout out Stereo Gum.
Yeah, shout out Stereo Gum.
Next article is gonna have Bedridden in it.
Yeah, I would. That's what, like when that came out, I was like, damn, I wish our record came out like a month earlier.
Yeah. They'd be definitely saying that, you know, it's a nice blend of punk and alt rock. And shoegaze if it was.
Yeah.
So I have a question, and this goes back to Spotify.
Yeah.
So your Spotify bio reads, autograph the back of my lunchbox.
Yeah.
Where did this come from, and has anyone asked you to autograph their lunchbox at any show?
Not yet. I hope so at some point. That's actually just a lyric from our song Logger, which that's song's a long story, but it had to do with like this situation where I don't even know how to explain it. Like I said, it's a long story, but it was like some type of interaction, love interest stuff where it was like autograph the back of my lunchbox.
Gotcha.
Like I felt like a kid or something, and like I wanted someone to literally autograph my lunchbox. I don't know. It's a hard line to explain, but I like latched onto it, and I was like, I don't know why, but this line means a lot to me personally. Just like encapsulates a specific part of my life, or like a past part of my life. And I think it also just sounds cool. I don't know. I like that line a lot. And I thought it was like kind of a tongue-in-cheek bio.
But that's why also we asked, because it was such a, like, I know there's a backstory, but also like it just sounds cool. So,
it's I'm not really keen to like writing extensive bio stuff. Like I had someone else, I like typed out some stuff and had someone else edit it for me for like our press bio, because I'm just so bad at talking about myself. So I was like, I'll just use a line from the song, you know? So that's kind of where that one came from. But
hey guys, it's Alex here with the local lowdown, and let me tell you, before this show, my merch gremlin instincts, they were going off. The merch gremlin knew that there was some merch to be found, and I was very, very happy to see Amateur Heartthrob out on Julius War Records. And I know you've been talking about that. It's really nice to see that on cassette.
Yeah.
But I gotta ask, you know, I came to the show. I saw the Bedridden shirts. They're looking snazzy. They're looking good. They're looking fine. But I want to know what's coming next. I want to know, are more shirts on the horizon? Are stickers?
Shirts are definitely coming. We had my roommate and great friend Lucian came up with the design for the first one based on this random photo I found of some young pool prodigy on the internet. Hence the song Q Sports. I used to be really into playing pool. So we like made that, we mocked up that design, but soon I think we're going to do some more shirts that are kind of a take on the album cover of Amateur Heartthrob. And then obviously tapes are printed. They're in Philly. We didn't have a chance to get them before tour, which sucks.
I was a little sad when I walked in here. I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna get a cassette tonight."
You can buy them online. I know Caden from Garden Closet got a pre-order, which was super sweet, and he like posted on Instagram today of him with a tape. And I was like, I don't even have one yet. Like I haven't physically touched a copy of my record yet, but yeah, shirts and tapes, more of that gonna be on the way. And I'm not tech savvy, but eventually it'll be on the internet, available for sale. And then new record coming hopefully in the summer. We're like 6 songs deep into a new record, and we're looking to do like 9 or 10. So if we can get some money together, that'll be this summer or this fall, and hopefully this time we'll do some vinyl or something. That would be really rad. I know it takes like 6 months to like print vinyl, but that's a little dream of mine. I haven't put any music on vinyl yet, so hopefully with the next one.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you, an amateur heartthrob cassette might have to find its way to Fredonia, but I'm very excited about the future. Very excited about the future. But let me hand it back to our host to end it off for the night.
Yep, that about wraps it up. Thank you so much.
Of course.
It was great talking about everything from amateur heartthrob, vinyl dreams, enigmatic Spotify bio. Yeah, we appreciate it. It's been Jordan.
No, we appreciate y'all.
And Mel.
From the Local Lowdown, and we'll catch you in the next field interview. Bye.